Okay, I actually don't have a video camera. All I have is my web camera, so I'm kind of stuck in front of my computer. I can't really stand up and demonstrate anything on a dry erase board, so this piece of paper right here is going to be my dry erase board, unfortunately. So let's get started. Good morning, class. My name is Mr. Summers, and today we are going to be learning how to multiply fractions. Um, Go ahead and get out a scratch piece of paper, a pencil, make sure you have an eraser, and while you're doing that, I'm going to pass around these worksheets. Um, just so you guys know, if you do score 80%, or if the entire class scores 80% or higher on the worksheets, then we won't have any homework tonight. So be sure to pay a lot of attention to what I'm about to show you guys, okay? Alright, so let's start with a simple problem. Let's take 1 over 2 times 2 over 5. So we're going to have 1 over 2 times 2 over 5. Here's our problem. First, before we solve this, we got to figure out what the numerator is. So, what is the numerator for this first fraction right here? Well, it's the 1, the top number. And what is the denominator? The denominator is the 2, the bottom number. Same goes for the 2 over 5. Top number is always your numerator, bottom number is always your denominator. Now, when we multiply fractions, it's as easy as multiplying across. So, all we're going to do is take the numerator, which is 1, and the denominator, which is 2, as you can see right here, and we're going to multiply them straight across. So, what is 1 times 2? 2. So, the top number of our answer is going to be 2. Next, we deal with the denominators. So, we determine that the denominator is 2 and 5. So what is 2 times 5? 10. So, our answer is 2 over 10. Now, normally your problem would be done, but I also want to show you how to reduce fractions. So, in order to do this, we have to find the smallest number that both the 2 and the 10 can be divided by equally. So let's look at our answer. We have 2 over 10. What's the smallest number that 2 can be divided by equally? Well, it's 2 itself. So, 2 divided by 2 equals 1. Alright, now, let's take the 10. 10, what is the smallest number that can be divided into 10? Well, it's 2. So, we write down, or what is 10 divided by 2? 5. So, our new answer is 1 over 5. Alright, and it's important to remember when we are reducing fractions that you have to use the same number for both problems, or for both the numerator and the denominator, I'm sorry. Okay, let's try another example. Let's do 1 over 3. Actually, let me get another piece of paper. 1 over 3 times 9 over 16. Alright, now this is a little bit bigger of a number. Don't let it scare you. So, there's our problem. And we already know what a numerator is. So the numerator for this problem is the 1. The denominator is the 3. It's the 9 and the 16. So, What we're going to do is the same thing we did before, just multiply across. So 1 times 9 equals 9. So the numerator for our answer is going to be 9. Next, we take 3 times 16. I know this is a big number. Just remember back to when we went over multiplication. So 16 times 3 is 48. So, now we have our number, or our answer, 9 over 48. Next, we have to simplify. This one's going to be a little bit tricky, just because they're bigger numbers. So we got to figure out what is the smallest number that both 9 and 48 can be divided by equally. Well, the smallest number that the 9 can be divided by is what? 3. That's right. So, the numerator to our simplified answer is going to be 3. Now the smallest number that 48 can be divided by is also 3. Which, let's take 48, divide it by 3, and you get 16. So, our new answer is 3 over 16. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is draw another problem up here, and I'm going to call on you guys to help me solve it. So let's do 1 over 2 times 2 over 4. So, here's our problem. Alright, now, first, who can tell me what the numerator is? Billy. Yes, that's right, it's 1. Alright, now, who can tell me what the denominator is? Susie. Alright, 2, that's correct. Okay, now, who can tell me what the numerator is for 2 over 4? Johnny. 2, that's correct. Now, who can tell me what the denominator is for 2 over 4? Billy. 4, that is correct. Alright, so, what's the first step that we're going to do when solving 1 over 2 times 2 over 4? Johnny. That's correct. We're going to take 1 and times it by 2. So, the numerator, or top number, to our answer is going to be 2. Alright, so who can tell me what the next step for this problem is? Susie. That's correct. We take 2 and times it by 4. So, the denominator to our answer is going to be 8. Now, is this problem solved? No, that's correct. What do we have to do? Reduce it. That's right. So, who can tell me what the lowest possible number is that 2 and 8 can both be divided by equally? Johnny. 2. That's correct. So, what is 2 divided by 1, or 2? The answer is 1. Alright. Now what is 8 divided by 2? Sarah. 4. That's correct. So the answer for the bottom number of our answer, or the denominator, is 4. So, the simplified answer to 2 over 8 is 1 over 4. Alright, class. Now, I am going to go sit at my desk, and I want you guys to work on the worksheets that I passed out earlier. And remember, if everyone scores 80% or higher, then there will be no homework tonight. And so that's basically my lesson plan. After I did that, I would collect the students' worksheets, and if everyone scored 80% or higher, then there would be no homework.